Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hit Rewind. It's 2026, and also we're now in the year 2000 on the podcast. What are the rules, Jacob? 20 years, right? I think we kind of assessed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God, the 2000s, man.
Yeah. That's why we
20
paused for a
years.
little bit. We really found ourselves going, well, we're up against the wall of the rules, so let's go back to the 70s and 60s or whatever, just to stall. I think we can last a little bit because next season we'll have at least 2007 to work with, and there's still a ton of movies from the 70s and 80s and 90s, whatever, that we didn't get to. Mostly because I didn't own them at the time, so you can't discuss something unless we're gonna go. I'm not gonna go pay to rent a movie. I'm just gonna buy it for $5 or whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, especially if there's a good deal for it. Please, by all means, get that.
I mean, yes, we have broken the rules probably a dozen times when it has to do with an old school franchise, like the way we did the Ghostbusters Christmas special. That doesn't count. That's based on an old. That was nostalgia stuff. It's something that existed in the '80s and then it just came back. We're talking like you can't discuss brand new things.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Speaking of Christmas specials, the Predator Christmas special,
there's a Predator
the
Christmas
special
special.
features.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
oh, what?
no, seriously, in the special features of Predator, there is this like little claymation episode of Santa and an elf. Santa gets, of course, obliterated by a yachtja, and then
Okay.
this elf is surviving for his life. It's just to take him down. I'm like,
Where is
what?
this? Where is this?
It's in the special features of Predator. Oh my
Oh,
God.
okay. I don't have the physical copy of that one, so I must have missed out on that one. But it is time for us to dive into the films of 2000. What is the first one you want to discuss?
Discuss this one. U-571. Matthew McConaughey's earlier films. It's like a World War II kind of oh gosh, space movie. Say. Matthew McConaughey is leading like a ship to recover a downed Nazi ship out somewhere in the Pacific, and they're heading into enemy territory, and anything could happen.
Yeah. Well, and it surprises you. Spoilers, everybody. Bill Paxton's not the star of this, even though it was sold initially as he was the star. And they pull you like I don't know what, a half hour into the film, they kill him, and then McConaughey becomes the main character.
Yes, I know that definitely threw me off, especially because I think Paxton was supposed to be the one leading it.
Yeah, well, he's the main character for the first half hour, and they go on this special mission to get the information, whatever, what is it, the code box that they're using to you send messages to each other, and they think by capturing that they'll be able to defeat the Nazis, which kind of is sort of based on something that happened really in the World War II histories. That was a terrible sentence. I don't know what the fuck that was. Uh, um, but it's just kind of like a fictionalized version of it. But yeah, at the time, Paxton was just coming off of Twister, so he was the big name. McConaughey had done what, Time to Kill and Contact, and that's it. Um, so it surprised everybody when he switches to the main character. And I don't like submarine movies. I don't think they're very cinematic visually, but this is probably the best of the bunch. Don't even bring Hunt for Red October. I think it's a snoozer. Um, I know, blasphemy. What are some other good submarine movies? I can't really think of any. Below, maybe that horror movie where they're on a haunted submarine. I like that one.
Well, just being stuck in a submarine where it's like, your ship's like, as displayed throughout this movie, U-571, like anything could go wrong, especially when they have to, especially when it's like, already damaged enough ship.
Yeah, I could never film
Oh,
a movie on there. It's too claustrophobic. How do you even not like? How do you get the cameras in there, the lighting, and everything like that? It has to be just so well done to look like a submarine. Like in movies, airplanes are always bigger than they really are. I've been on airplanes; they're not that fucking big.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, man. Oh, seriously, no, again, yeah, as you mentioned, claustrophobia, like, my anxiety was kind of kicking in through like almost every sequence throughout this movie. It is intense,
yeah. It's funny
personally.
is the director Jonathan Mostow did two low budget movies in the early 90s, Beverly Hills Body Snatchers and Flight of the Black Angel. The Flight of the Black Angel was a TV movie, but it's fucking amazing on a very, very tiny budget. It's about this guy who thinks that he's gonna serve God by dropping a bomb and killing 1 million people, I think in Denver, Colorado, or something like that, sending them to
What
God.
the
Yeah,
heck?
and it's free on the internet or whatever. It's a very interesting movie, and I think that's what got him breakdown with Kurt Russell. That was a big hit, and that allowed him to do U-571. That led him to doing Terminator 3, and then he only does like one other movie for a long time. It was The Surrogates with Bruce Willis. You know, the automated versions.
Yes. Oh, I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking about. I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, and it didn't do that bad, but for some reason he went to movie jail for a very long time. I think he's only ever done one other movie since then. It's kind of a shame because you look at the first, I know, handful of movies that he made, they're pretty damn good. He should be given more of a chance. I've seen shit directors get more chances than he did. I don't understand.
I know. Oh, for real.
Yeah. And it's weird seeing
Mm.
Matthew McConaughey in an era where when most people's memories say, oh, the wedding planner and girls of ghost friend, girl was it ghosts of girlfriends past or something like that.
Yeah, and How to Lose a Guy in 10
Yeah,
Days.
all that stuff. There's like 6 or 7 of these romantic comedies that he made that were they were all successful. They were fluff. And he got sick of it and started doing like these really hardcore, gnarly R-rated movies for the independent audience. And this kind of reminds me of like, oh, right, I forgot. Right after this, he does Frailty with Bill Paxton. And then it just, whatever that was that he was aiming for disappeared.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, heck, even when you look back to like one of the first movies you see him in, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4.
Yeah. Just don't miss it.
Yeah, oh man. It is quite a trip. Yeah, he definitely shows he can pull off playing a psychopath. And then he eventually leads up to Dallas Buyers Club and gets his Oscar finally. Oh man.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a star. It seems like he does Interstellar, but then goes and makes about 15 kind of decent budget movies that are purposely made to tank. I don't think he wants to be a star. He just wants to tell these crazy stories, and whether or not you see them isn't the point.
Yeah, because he's been pretty mellow since True Detective.
Yeah. What is our next film?
Okay, our next film is definitely like a reboot of a classic, show, Shaft.
Oh, yeah. There's 3 movies. There was a sort of a TV series. You may not know this, but during the 70s and a small part of the 80s, there were these ABC Movie of the Week kind of things with like Columbo and oh, there's another one like not Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It was the whatever it was. There were hour-and-a-half mystery movies, and instead of doing a series, they would just shoot 8 of these a year and then rotate every week. It'd be like Macmillan and Wife, and Kojak and Columbo and stuff like that. Shaft is one of those. So they're technically movie length, but people think it's just a generic TV show. But it died off. And then we get a lot of it, I'm going to say, because of Tarantino, a big interest in blaxploitation films. And that's where Shaft comes in. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson. I'm actually kind of shocked Tarantino didn't produce this because it seems like his kind of thing. We got John Singleton, rest in peace, directing this. And this kind of changes his career. After this, he mostly makes kind of studio, a big budget Hollywood fare, like The Four Brothers and Too Fast, Too Furious.
God, he did do Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, because of this movie. You got Christian Bale. I mean, fucking nailing it on the head of entitled, damaged, fucking prissy white boys that think they can do whatever they want because they're rich.
Oh, I know. It's like, I mean, heck, even Samuel Jackson, Shaft himself, like you do. Honestly, that was a favorite to the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course you got Jeffrey Wright, like the local street drug runner, crime lord.
He almost steals the movie. His performance is so fucking nuts. Clearly, kind of poking fun at Scarface, with that silly accent. I don't know. It's a movie that could have been a lot lesser than it is, but they chose really great actors and really great villains to let them chew the scenery. So even if you don't think it's a good movie, it's a memorable movie, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And of course, again, Samuel L. Jackson taking the lead. A lot of people do love Samuel L. starring roles.
Yeah.
And again, like rebooting something like that. Something like Shaft.
Yeah, Busta fucking Rhymes.
Oh yeah, Busta Rhymes. And the original Shaft himself appears in this as his uncle.
Yeah. Well, it's funny is there's another Shaft movie in I want to say 2018, 2019 where it's him, his son, and then he says in the line he goes, "Why are you telling everybody that you were my uncle and not my dad?" He goes, "Do you think I want to look that old? I still want to get the ladies."
Oh man. Oh, I still haven't seen the 2019 one. I
Oh,
do now after
it's
watching
actually
this.
pretty good, but I don't recall the villain being that memorable. But it's a lot of fun watching those three bounce off each other, and there's some good action in it.
Oh god, and I'm trying to think. Oh no, what was her name from Scary Movie? She played Brenda.
I don't know, but I know Toni Collette's in it, and her performance isn't really very useful, which is kind of a shame.
Right, I know. Like her character was like, more plot points than actual character.
Yeah, well, I think it's released after Sixth Sense, but it was filmed before it was released. So after this, I think is when she starts to get the juicy roles. I think Fright Night's probably the remake's probably my favorite performance of hers. I've never seen her TV show that everybody's crazy about, United States of Terror.
Yeah. Oh God, no. I know she definitely gets a lot of no, she gets a lot of praise for that, and then of course there was Hereditary. Oh man.
Oh, okay, I've never seen that one. But yeah, I will say this is actually better than any of the Shaft movies, the original Shaft movies. I know that's sacrilege. The first one's pretty good. The second one's a little bit better. The third one blows. They made a huge mistake of taking Shaft out of the city and taking him to Africa, and they tried to make a fish out of water, but it doesn't really. I don't know. It didn't really work for me, and it was kind of filmed real quick and cheap. So looking on paper, I would say this is probably the best of the bunch.
Oh, hands down. Like honestly, this was very entertaining. I actually enjoyed this.
Yeah, we only saw this one in theaters. I remember we've seen most of these in theaters. I did not see U-571 then. My mom and sister went, but I didn't go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What is the next one?
Okay, this one was quite a team up. Like a bit of a surprise. Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson in Shanghai Noon.
Oh, you say that like you haven't seen this before. Have you not?
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember it being all over the place when it was coming out.
Yeah,
But,
we definitely went and saw this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to wait till it was on TV. I mean, I guess I exactly resourceful when it came to going to the movie theater. Well, my mom definitely took us to Lord of the Rings and the Fantastic Four films.
Well, we had an 8-screen theater in our town, and I was 23 when this came out, so I was just going to everything. Yeah, I went with my friends, and I was just astounded, like, oh, you can make I didn't know that there had already been martial arts westerns at this point. There was a few in the 70s, as part of the Jackie Chan or the Bruce Lee exploitation run. It's like Stranger in the Gunfighter and something else, Shanghai Joe, I think. Tried to combine the western and the martial arts film. Oh, there's one with Charles Bronson and not Sonny Chiba. What's the fucking legend? Yoshiro Mifune called Red Sun, which is pretty good.
Toshiro. Oh, hell
yeah, that one's pretty good. But this one is kind of modernizing it, and it just reminds me that the only people that can shoot Jackie Chan movies is Jackie Chan. I'm sorry. Yes, I know Tom Day directed the comedy stuff and the most plot, but when it comes to action, sit the fuck down and let his team do their work because they know how to stage it, they know how to film it, they know how to light it. And this is such a punch up from Rush Hour. I know Rush Hour is the big one, but the action sequences are fairly minimal and they're nowhere nearly as elaborate and fun. I don't think that New Line Cinema trusted Jackie to let him control the action, whereas this one they sat the fuck back and said, "Yep, let him go."
Oh yeah, I mean Jackie Chan was definitely the bigger name, and Owen Wilson's like timing and the way he just plays his character is like a thief with morals.
Yeah. God. Sometimes a little questionable morals. I mean, he is doing the job in the first place. Yeah, it's a lot of mistaken identity and things just going wrong. And fucking Walton Goggins, before Walton Goggins was, so well known. At this point, I think I've only ever seen him in Major League Back to the Minors as Downtown Malone.
Oh yeah, there was this, House of a Thousand Corpses, and yeah, major leagues.
Yeah.
Back to the minors. You're right.
Big fucking teeth. Oh my god, and he's so funny in this. But really, that's just kind of a side note. What it is it's about. This is the first time I saw Lucy Liu. I think most of us had seen Lucy Liu. This is right before Charlie's Angels, and
Side of Ally McBeal.
I had never seen that one. I'm sorry. It just seems like they lined up everything. Everybody was just either rising or actually no, Jackie Chan was still rising in America because yes, there was Rush Hour, but he was still kind of a cult figure in America. But I mean, Owen Wilson before this, I don't think his name has been above a title. I don't think it's happened yet.
No, not necessarily. Not that I can recall.
Yeah, I really like Tom Day. He did a good job on this, and he didn't do the sequel. He went off and did oh, there's that movie of Robert De Niro and Eddie Murphy where they want to be on a reality TV show. They're cops. Showdown, I think it was. I thought that was actually pretty good and got way Showtime and got way too much hate. And after that, his career was over with. I thought that was a fucking shame.
Yeah, I can't recall which actor that was that you're mentioning. Oh God,
What are you talking about?
Who he played in Shanghai Noon.
What are you talking about? Tom Day? No, that's the director.
Oh.
Yeah. Awkward. Yeah, so it modernizes the Western and gives. I love the fact that he used the some 70s rock and roll in there, some Aerosmith and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I don't recall if the sequel was very good, but we'll get to it when we get to 2003 because Shanghai Nights is one I do want to revisit.
I ended up watching that a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they talked about for a while because I think it made a decent amount of money, but that they wanted to do a final one called Shanghai Kings, but they're just too old now. Unless they do it with their children or something and set like in the turn of the century.
Yeah, I can already see Owen Wilson's character being a little more geriatric.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's like I couldn't even do this when I was younger. Why would you think I could do this
now? All right, what's the next film?
Okay, our next film. Oh man, it's one of those films where the soundtrack was more successful than the movie. I mean, the movie is a success itself, but man, to know that is just absolutely insane to me. Oh brother, where art thou?
Oh yeah. And got a lot of people interested in that genre for a while. I remember, like, I don't know, for maybe 2 or 3 years there, people were like interested in old music, like pre-rock and roll music. And there's a really good one that John Sayles did soon after this called Honey Dripper, which is about a guitarist that plays at an old, what do you call those, juke joints or something like that? You know, the kind that's in Sinners.
Yeah, kind of like an old dive bar or something.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. But yeah, for some reason, all of a sudden, everybody's like, "Hey, let's go discover music that existed before, World War II."
And especially like somewhere in other states, more folk like.
Yeah. So this is based on Ulysses or the Odyssey. His character is Ulysses, and it taps into a lot of those hit points. Like the sirens calling to him and stuff like that. And
John Goodman as the Cyclops.
Yeah. The which is funny because we have a new one coming out with Matt Damon. I think Christopher Nolan's doing it.
Yes.
But I think this is next to Hudsucker Proxy. This is probably the most fun. No, there's Raising Arizona too. Shit, I love Coen Brothers when they're silly, and they don't do it very often.
And they did a fantastic job with this. And for me, Scene Stealer was definitely Tim Blake Nelson as Delmar. Oh, God.
Yeah, and nobody knew who he was. He was barely an actor. He was mostly a stage guy. He was directing plays. He had done a couple independent movies that he directed before this. And I don't know if he just knew the Coen brothers and they thought he was a character and he could pull this off. And, I mean, God, you're right. He steals this fucking movie because I remember after this, everybody's like, who is this guy?
How could you not love the guy at all?
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got John Turturro as Pete.
Going against type. Man. He didn't typically play dumbass Hicks. He usually played city guys, New York style.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, man. Some of the scenes, though, like, where he just has those, like, little outbursts or something like that, like, when they first see the sirens.
Yeah.
Like, just the way he says, sing them first. I'm like, you gotta realize behind the scenes, you find out John Turturro has like Tourette's, and sometimes he can't help it. But
Oh, I didn't know
some
that.
actors and directors will just roll with it.
Okay. The I think this is the first really silly performance that Clooney gives, and he doesn't do those very often either, but he's usually just charming and in a romantic comedy. This one he's a fucking goofball.
Oh God, absolutely, and he has such high standards when it comes to his hair.
Oh my God, what is that? Dapper Dan, I need my Dapper Dan.
I don't care a Dapper Dan, only care a fop. every time he wakes up, he's always just saying fire. He has hairnets on and everything.
Yeah, it's everybody is allowed to be silly. Even Holly Hunter is silly in this one. Stephen Root,
oh my God,
fucking cracks me up. Charles Durning, holy shit, what a performance.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, when they first meet him, when they're trying to go on the radio after they just recorded, he's like, "That's why we're going on the radio, you goddamn son of a bitch."
What
He's smacking his son around.
Yeah, it's one of those where no studio felt comfortable producing this, so they split. I think it was Universal and I want to say Touchstone. Split the cost because it cost $40 million. And look, Fargo did win a bunch of awards, but right after that came Big Lebowski, and people don't remember Big Lebowski did not do very well.
Which is a damn shame because now it's a cult classic.
Yeah. Now it's made its money back, but then it was like 30 million. I think it only made like 16, and people were like confused by it. But this made so much money, it allowed them to do whatever they wanted to for another decade. And directors like the Coen brothers are just so unique, and it hurts my heart that they're now kind of separate and and it looks like the one Coen brother, I think Joel is off doing a couple movies and they haven't been very good. They have to be together in order for it to work, but I don't know if one's just burnt out, he has nothing else to say. I don't know.
I think it was Ethan Coen, the one who did all the like been doing those movies with Margaret Qualley.
Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. But this is top shelf Coen brothers right now for me.
Oh God, yes, absolutely quotable. Like again, great soundtrack. I love the little baptism scene with and all them going in and trying to convince them to get baptized. especially when he does confess that he was actually responsible for like a Piggly Wiggly getting robbed. Like, well, I lied. Now come on in, fellers. Water's fine.
Yeah, it's so much fun. What is our last film?
Is this our last film? Yes, this was one of the biggest movies of 2000. I mean, again, everywhere, so much Oscar buzz, and an amazing performance from everyone in the entire movie. Gladiator. Oh God, I've watched this so many times when I had it on DVD.
You have to say it like Elizabeth Taylor though at the Golden Globes. Gladiator. She seems
Seriously?
yeah, that's how she said it. She opens the card and goes, Gladiator, and just surprised, just so silly.
Oh man.
Yeah, I saw this in theaters, but I haven't seen it since. I saw the sequel, which is weird that I wouldn't revisit the original, but I knew it was coming up on the show. The sequel's pretty damn good. It's sillier by a long shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the battles are on a much bigger scale in the arena. Dude, the antagonist brothers, the little ginger pale kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good God! I'm like, this is like something out of Judge Dredd.
Yeah. It's the first one was a huge risk. At the time, no one had really made a Gladiator movie that wasn't like Clash of the Titans, somehow sci-fi oriented in 50 years. It's kind of like the way Pirates of the Caribbean took that risk. There hadn't been a successful Gladiator movie or a pirate movie in Hollywood in nearly a century or half a century, and it cost $100 million. And DreamWorks at the time was just an upstart. They only had a couple hits under their belt, and they were hemorrhaging money like crazy. So they had to. I think it was Universal was working with them again, and I believe Paramount now owns complete rights. But it turned out to be such a success. It made so much money. It won all these awards. I mean, I know kids today that weren't even born yet that know this movie and love it. I just think it's silly that no one said, hey, anybody else notice we cast an Australian guy as a Spaniard? should we rewrite this so he's not a Spaniard, or I don't know, go get Antonio Banderas, who was huge at the time? I don't understand.
Yeah, no, Antonio Banderas had done revenge story before, like with Desperado.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could have seen him just blowing this movie away big time.
Yeah.
Like, he would have been fantastic.
Maybe he was busy. I don't know what his life was like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's weird because Spielberg's company produced this, and Spielberg had just got done producing the Mask of Zorro. It's very strange.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But it's a lavish production. What I love about this is that Ridley Scott, and this is his big comeback. He has been struggling for a while. Most of the 80s, he tanked. Black Rain made a little bit of money, and then Thelma and Louise was a big hit, but everything after that flopped hard, and everybody thought that his career was over with. So it was a shock that not only did he get this, movies that's so high profile, that it was a hit, and then he just makes movie, like one a year for a very long time, because it's as if he knew, okay, this is it, I got to do it now, or I may lose my chance,
Right, but man, with what he did with this massive scale, and this, again, a very beautifully told story of revenge, and all the supporting characters, and also Oliver Reed's last performance.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, I really wish I had looked before, but there's a whole bunch of old style British actors that their time had come and gone. And
Richard Harris.
Yeah, Richard Harris. There's another guy in there, damn it. He starred in Deep Red, which is
Jared Jacoby?
No, that's another good one though. Fuck, what is his name? He became a director for a while. He starred in Deep Red. You're on the phone. I don't have access to the internet. But Deep Red for like 1974. It's an Italian horror flick, and he was in a couple movies before that. But he was kind of like a cult actor or whatever. But that's what Ridley Scott did. Is he's got some of the rising names like Joaquin Phoenix, who fucking steals this movie.
Dave Hemmings.
David Hemmings, thank you.
God, yes.
Yeah, he's the one with the silly red wig or whatever. This is towards the end of his life. He and Sean Connery are very good friends. It's funny, half the guys that I'm talking about were horrible alcoholics. I'm shocked Peter O'Toole didn't show up in this.
No, but as you were saying, Joaquin Phoenix, my God, you really wanted to punch shit out of him.
Oh, fuck yes. This is a performance of a lifetime, and he's done a lot of those. I still think this is his best. He's amazing as Joker. He's really good in that one that came out last year, Eddington.
Yes, he is.
But there's something so dig into the fucking bone kind of performance that just makes you squirm in pain watching him get away with all this shit.
Oh, absolutely. I know. I mean, honestly, like, right after Richard Harris was killed, like, you see Connie Nielsen look at him right before she slaps him twice. She knows he did that.
Yeah.
That was her ways that she knew.
Yeah, and Connie Nielsen, she's kind of on the peripheral. She's been in some bigger profile movies, but she's always been kind of like a cult actress. Really good here, and she's excellent in Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
And also, I do love her as Hippolyta in...
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot she was in Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah, no. The Queen of the Amazons?
Yeah.
She was definitely made to be badass.
She's so pretty.
Oh, yeah, no. She's...
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Rushmore.
Jamon Hansu was amazing in this.
Yeah,
it's just...
He got Best Supporting Actor, didn't he?
Maybe. I'm not sure. So this kicks off a whole era of these kind of movies. Something was in the air, obviously, about historical movies, adventure and action. So, I mean, right after this, we get Lord of the Rings trilogy, and that was massive. And, we get the Harry Potter, so there's all this magical stuff going on. There's something, we got, Troy, Kingdom of Heaven, the Clash of the Titans movies. It seems like for a decade we got a lot of movies like this. There's smaller ones like The Eagle, or what that one, Colin Firth, like The Last Legion. I mean, people forget how much of a huge wave Gladiator caused, not in just interest in historical films, but in breaking so many actors into the A-list. I mean, fucking Russell Crowe wins like 2 Oscars right in a row, doesn't he? Beautiful Mind did this.
Yeah. Right. Oh, God.
Then he does fucking Craven the Hunter. But at this point,
Jeez.
look, the last decade has been very hard on him, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he rubbed people the wrong way. And I'm sorry, I'm not really making fun of him, but it's hard to ignore that he is enormous. He is Marlon Brando territory.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, the last time he was in great shape was in Man of Steel.
Yeah, and then by the time he's doing the Nice Guys, the Nice Guys, you can tell. You're like, uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he just was definitely let himself go.
But
Honestly,
his life, his choice.
no, and honestly, he's already proven himself to be a fantastic actor, whether it's supporting or main.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Body of Lies with another Ridley Scott film.
Oh, yeah. He did, I think, 5 movies with Ridley until it just turned out it wasn't profitable anymore to cast. It was kind of like the way Johnny Depp and Tim Burton did so many movies together.
Yeah, I mean, Russell Crowe was always a go-to for Ridley.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I will say, though, Robin Hood I thought was pretty badass.
I still haven't seen that one. That one, it just, all I knew was that the production was torturous. Is that, they shot it twice. They had a cast with this guy and this guy. And I think Christian Bale was supposed to be the sheriff of Nottingham or something like that. And Robin, I don't know what it was. It was confusing when they were telling you the origin story. But I remember they were talking about doing a Gladiator sequel a few years after this, but they could never get the story right or figure out how to get it to work. And I think waiting 20 years, 25 years, for that boy to grow up to be a warrior was a much better idea. And I think it works pretty well.
No, it does overall. I mean, I will say, as far as the sequel, making Lucius Maximus' son, like his bastard child, I was like,
no, yeah, that was a bit of a stretch. Yeah.
I was like, they didn't have to do that. This movie could have worked without it.
Yeah, I forgot 300 doesn't happen without Gladiator either, and that had such a huge wave of like, oh, we're gonna make movies like now 300. Yeah, I was like, yeah, but 300 is only because of Gladiator. So Spartacus, the TV show, only exists because of it.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, let's not forget, everyone was trying to kind of copy Zack Snyder a little bit. Which,
yeah. But I mean,
action-wise, works.
Yeah, it's just funny looking at Ridley, and he was so influential with his early movies because Alien and Blade Runner, visually, bare minimum, was so influential, and then he does it again almost 20 years later.
Except for the sequel to Blade Runner, that was all Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, after Blade Runner, there's probably 90 movies where it was these city hellscapes filled with, like, claustrophobia and steam rising from old, weird buildings.
Yes. In fact, that was an influence on Christopher Nolan for Batman Begins when it came to the Narrows.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Blade Runner, yeah. I'm like, shit.
All right, everybody.
Oh, man.
That is it for this episode. Look, season 2000 is going to be pretty slim. I'm looking at the list of movies, and so it's not going to be like the normal 4 or 5 episodes to cover a year. I think we'll maybe get 3.
And that's just stretching it.
Yeah. No, I'm actually having trouble filling out that 3rd episode, but we will be back. Thank you everybody for waiting. You probably didn't even know there was a gap, but we always take the last quarter of the year off. I don't know. I'm just tired. We're almost into season. Well, fuck it. It's a new year. It's season 13. Wow. You believe that? We've been going since since Obama. Better days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Before ICE knocks on our door for even mentioning the word Obama, we better stop and quit. Fuckers. All right. Bye, everybody. Jacob, send us out.
All right. Namaste. Good luck, my friends. Be excellent to each other.
And fuck ICE. Protect your people. Stand up.
Damn right.
Yes. All right, we're out.